holidays, everyone! Ever since Pottermore released their test to help Harry Potter fans figure out what form their Patronus takes, I've been thinking of a way to make a DIY project that you could alter to include any animal you want. So today I'll be showing you how to make these lovely hand-stitched ornaments that feature a silvery blue animal of your choice. Pottermore ended up saying that my Patronus is an aardvark, which I absolutely love. So I already made an ornament with an aardvark on it. For this tutorial, I'm going to be using a deer as an example because, you know, Lily Evans is great. But if you're not a Harry Potter fan, hey, you know, it could totally be a reindeer. Read the video description below to find a list of materials you'll need to make this, and now we can get started. First, you'll need to decide which animal you want to make. Feel free to take the Pottermore quiz or just choose one yourself. Then do an online image search to find a silhouette of that animal that you can use as a template, or just draw one yourself. Once you find one that you like, that preferably doesn't have too many small sections, print it out so it's 2 or 3 inches wide. You'll also need to find an ornament shape, and I decided to just leave this up to you. You can go with a classic round ball, or go with something a little fancier like this, which I just found while searching around online, as long as your animal silhouette fits inside it.
Choose 2 felt colors. Mine are white and light blue. Then cut out the animal silhouette and the ornament shape you printed. Cut out 2 of your ornament shape on white felt and 1 of your animal shape on blue felt. Pin the templates in place to make this step easier. Now that you have all 3 pieces, pin your Patronus silhouette onto one of the ornament pieces, and we're going to sew it on. Thread a needle with some sparkly metallic silver thread, tie a knot at the end, and start stitching around the edge of the animal shape any way you'd like. I'm using a simple running stitch, which is just an easy dashed line where you sew up, then down, then back up again, and repeat. If you're new to sewing, read the video description for links to more detailed tutorials for all of the stitches I'm using in this video. Once you sew all the way around, totally securing the Patronus to the front of your ornament, flip it over and tie a few knots to the back of one of your nearby stitches. You could stop here if you like, but I'm going to add some more stitching to make it extra sparkly. With another piece of metallic thread, I'm stitching some stars in various shapes and sizes all over the deer silhouette. To do this one, stitch across, then make an X across the center. I'm filling in the extra spaces with some tiny plus signs and repeating that until I'm happy with the way it looks. And again, flipping it over and securing it on the back with a double knot. Because this deer leaves a lot of empty space on either side of the ornament, I stitched some big snowflake shapes to balance it out, basically just using the needle and thread as if I were doodling on paper. Feel free to be creative and add whatever you think your ornament needs. Once those are done, I decided to make a little cap for the top of the ornament with a scrap of blue felt. I gave it a decorative edge with some scalloped shears, then I sewed it on with a simple line of running stitch and tied it off on the back. Next, we're going to sew our finished front piece to the back of the ornament. Pin the 2 pieces together, then thread some matching embroidery floss onto a needle and tie a knot at the end. I like the way this looks with blanket stitch, so I'm going to start my needle between the 2 layers of felt and push it up to the front. For blanket stitch, move your needle to the left of where the thread is coming out and push your needle back down through both layers of felt. Leave a little loop at the end, bring your needle around the side, and push it through that loop before you pull it tight. Again, there's a more detailed tutorial for this stitch in the video description. Sew up the side of the ornament, then when you get to the top, stop for a minute. Cut a loop of ribbon so we can hang it, then tuck the ends between the 2 pieces of felt where you want it to go. To make sure it stays put, add a few stitches with some thread and tie a knot. Then, pick up your other needle and continue to blanket stitch around the ornament. You should be able to just keep sewing through that spot with the ribbon loop like I did, then sew down the other side. Once you get close to the bottom, pull out the pins and stuff the ornament with a few tufts of fiberfill. Hold it shut while you finish sewing, then when you reach the bottom, tie your last stitch to your first one with a knot. To hide the excess thread, push the needle between the layers of felt and push it back out farther up. Pull it tightly, then trim it close to the felt so the end gets hidden inside the ornament. And that's the finished project. I designed this so you could really do your own thing with it, from the choice of the animal on the front to the colors and decorations, which you can make any way you want. If you don't decorate with ornaments, I think the Patronus design with the metallic thread would even make a really cool patch for a jacket.
You can even make a bunch of these as beautiful custom gifts for your Harry Potter loving friends and family. I am so excited to see all of the different animals you all decide to make for this project. Let me know in the comments below what your Patronus is. And if you end up making these, definitely post them on social media and send them to me at LaurenFairWX on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Remember to share this video with your friends and subscribe if you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you're having a great holiday season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.